All right. Do you guys have Figma account? I think you guys are graphic designers, so maybe you might have a Figma account, right?
Right, ma'am. Right.
Okay, great. But anyways, there are other people also, so we have to think of them also. Okay, so Figma download करना बहुत easy है. You just have to go to the Figma download part. They have their official website, Figma download. Okay, you get the www.figma.com. You go over here, right? And then we can see we have a desktop version for Figma. If you, whatever system you have it, download it. I think the file is less than 300 MB. So it's very easy to download it. And after that, you just have to create your account. So Google sign up वगैरह होगा. And that's it. Your account is there. उतना ही है. Then you'll directly get redirected to the Figma interface. So let me share that. Okay. So you're here in the Figma interface. Figma will give you some files. They have different files, okay? So let's start understanding what those files are, how these things works, what is the Figma community, and how you can work around in this space. So first things first, when you open your account, you can actually store your data in cloud. So Figma में आपको कोई offline file save करने की जरूरत नहीं होती है. You can, it is automatically been saved in the cloud, but you again get an option to save your file, you know, in your system also. So that thing you can do. Figma has its own community. तो आप अगर ये यहाँ पे ऑप्शन देखोगे at the very bottom, you see you get a community of Figma. In the community, you get lots and lots of resources. That means अगर आपको केस स्टडी बनानी है तो आपको केस स्टडी की अगर टेम्पलेट चाहिए, you can get a template on Figma community itself. So you can just search for case study template, UI UX case study template. अगर आपको क्लाइंट को वेबसाइट प्रेजेंट करना है एंड उसके लिए इफ यू नीड अ टेम्पलेट, सो लॉट ऑफ डिजाइनर्स दे यूजुअली many people use templates and all, so you get some options over here also, like you can just check what all kind of templates they have. Some are paid, some are unpaid, like some are free, right? Then let's come to the important part about the plugins, right? So when we are into the designing part, we do need lot of plugins, right? If you want to use icons, तो icons के लिए आपको plugins चाहिए. Like you're not going to just go ahead and design, right? आप design थोड़ी ना करोगे plugin. तो icons, right? तो उसके लिए plugins आप use कर सकते हो. There is Iconify plugin, there is icons plugin. तो बहुत सारे different plugins है जहाँ के भी icons आपको वैलिड लगते हैं, आपकी डिजाइन को सूट करते हैं, सो यू कैन यूज दैट. एनीवेज विल बी लर्निंग अबाउट iconography and all that part in much more detail further, right, in further sessions. बट या प्लगइन्स आप वहां से यूज कर सकते हो. अगेन आपको नॉन कॉपीराइटेड फोटोज वगैरह चाहिए रहता तो उसके लिए अनस्प्लैश प्लगइन है, फ्री पिक प्लगइन है. आई थिंक यू गाइज नो दिस. तो ऐसे बहुत सारे फ्री प्लगइन्स आते हैं, फिग्मा कम्युनिटी ही देती है अपने को, तो वी यूज दैट. देन मोर ओवर यहाँ पे most important part is about the templates. So you have so many, you're going to work on so many UX exercises, right? If I could name it, like task flow hai, user flow hai, persona hai, empathy mapping hai, you have so many exercises. So for that, आपको टेम्पलेट्स की बहुत ज़रूरत पड़ती है. टेम्पलेट्स एक्चुअली मेक्स योर जॉब इजी. तो आपको बस जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन आपने ली है, आपने अभी तक ली, मतलब स्टडी किया है, रिसर्च किया है, सो टेम्पलेट विल, लाइक आप अगर टेम्पलेट पे काम करते हो तो आपका सॉर्टेड इंफॉर्मेशन होता है, आपका एनालाइजिंग थिंग अच्छा होता है, यू कैन एनालाइज योर ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन प्रॉपरली. तो उसके लिए मोस्टली फॉर यूएक्स एक्सरसाइजेस वी नीड लॉट ऑफ टेम्पलेट्स. तो वो भी यहाँ पे फ्रीली अवेलेबल होती है. दिस आर फ्रॉम फिग्मा कम्युनिटी. सो वन बाय वन यू कैन जस्ट टेक अ लुक. आप सर्च करो, कम्युनिटी देखो कि क्या क्या ये लोग दे रहे हैं यहाँ पे. Then let's get back to the home page. यहाँ पे आपके ड्राफ्ट्स एंड प्रोजेक्ट्स एंड इफ यू आर वर्किंग विथ योर टीम, ओके, तो यहाँ पे सब आ जाता है। आप टीम में आप मेंबर्स ऐड कर सकते हो, आई विल टेल यू हाउ टू डू दैट। ओके, आप अगर कैन एडिट का एक्सेस देते हो किसी को, तो वो आपकी टीम में आ जाता है, तो आई विल ऑल्सो टेल यू हाउ टू डू दैट, डोंट वरी। Then recently, Figma launched a new feature which was new slide deck. So this is kind of a PowerPoint presentation for Figma. तो Figma में आप presentation बना सकते हो. It's not only related to your tech field. आप अगर वेबसाइट का भी प्रेजेंटेशन आपको बनाना है, कुछ दिखाना है क्लाइंट को, तो यू कैन इजीली मेक इट इन फिग्मा आल्सो. सो दिस इज अ वेरी ब्रांड न्यू फीचर ऑफ theirs. पहले तो इतना ही होता था, फर्स्ट वी हैड ओनली पिक्जाम बोर्ड एंड वी हैड डिजाइन फाइल। तो ये दोनों चीजें एक दूसरे से बहुत अलग है। सो लेट्स गेट इनटू अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट पिक्जाम बोर्ड इज फर्स्ट। I'll tell you all the details and then we will understand about the main file which is Figma design file. Okay, जहाँ पे आप पूरा इंटरफेस वगैरह डिजाइन करते हो। सो पिक्जाम बोर्ड जो है विच इज अ वाइट बोर्ड, तो आपको पता है वाइट बोर्ड किस काम के लिए यूज होता है? आपके जो भी ब्रेनस्टॉर्मिंग सेशंस वगैरह रहते हैं इनिशियली, तो आप अगर यूएक्स कर रहे हो तो आप बहुत सारी चीजें ब्रेनस्टॉर्म करते हो, राइट? आप रिसर्च भी कर रहे हो तो आपको सारा डाटा कलेक्शन एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ यू हैव टू डू इट। तो फॉर दैट पार्ट नेवर एवर यूज अ डिजाइन फाइल। आप उसके लिए आप एग्जाम बोर्ड यूज करो। और यहाँ पे जो मैं टेम्पलेट्स की बात कर रही थी, तो टेम्पलेट्स यहाँ पे इजीली मिल जाते हैं, तो उसमें आप आपकी इंफॉर्मेशन डाल सकते हो, right? So, and again, you can see the interface of Figjam board. It is very neat, very clean. I think you guys are graphic designers, right? So, आप very much familiar with Photoshop, Illustrator, and all those tools. So you have seen that interface of those tools. It's very complicated and there are so many features, right? So as a beginner, as a fresher, किसी के लिए भी वो इंटरफेस देखना, अंडरस्टैंड करना, इट्स रियली डिफिकल्ट एज अ बिगिनर। जब आप आदत हो जाती है तब तो आ जाता है, बट अगर आप फिग्मा के साथ चालू करते हो तो फिग्मा हैज रियली नीट एंड क्लीन इंटरफेस। तो आपको यहाँ पे ज्यादा मतलब कुछ ऐसा कुछ आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स नहीं है जिसको आप अगर कुछ आपको कमांड देना है या फिर प्रोटोटाइपिंग करना है तो कुछ ऐसा आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स सोच के नहीं करना है। इट्स ओवर देयर, इट्स ओवर हियर ओनली एंड इट्स वेरी सॉर्टेड इंटरफेस। तो वन बाय वन विल टेक अ लुक एट दिस। यू कैन रीनेम योर फाइल फ्रॉम हियर, ओके? एंड आपको अगर कुछ इंपोर्ट वगैरह करना है तो यू कैन जस्ट चेक दिस आउट। न्यू डिजाइन फाइल वगैरह बनाना है, कुछ फोटोज या पीडीएफ्स वगैरह इंपोर्ट करना है, यू कैन हैव दिस ऑप्शन, राइट? मोर ओवर ये जो ऑप्शन से नीचे के इसके सब के यहाँ पे अगेन वी हैव अ फीचर ओवर हियर, सो आई टेल यू दिस ऑप्शंस फ्रॉम हियर ओनली। अगेन प्लगइन्स वगैरह भी जो है वो मैं अगेन आपको इधर ही दिखाऊंगी, तो लेट्स नॉट गो इनटू ओवर देयर। We have a toolbar, okay? So this is called as toolbar. You get so many options of like pencil, marker, eraser, duct tape and all. Rarely used features by a designer, okay? Then we have important parts. Let's say we get an option of sticky notes. तो आप जब कोई असाइनमेंट करते हो, स्टिकी नोट्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो देर इज अ वेरी फेमस यूएक्स असाइनमेंट विच इज पर्सोनास। तो उसमें आप अंडरस्टैंड करते हो कि व्हाट आर यूजर वांट्स एंड फ्रस्ट्रेशंस एंड ऑल पॉइंट्स आप लिखते हो। तो वो लिखने के लिए यू कैन ऑलवेज यूज अ स्टिकी नोट। यू कैन edit all the stuff inside this. You can change the font, the color of sticky notes and all this editing option you can get, right? सेम वे यहाँ पे शेप्स दिए गए हैं, यू कैन जस्ट चेक आउट। यहाँ पे बहुत सारे शेप्स है। तो आप बोलोगे कि शेप्स का क्या काम है, राइट? स्टिकी नोट से तो काम चल सकता है, वाई आर दिस शेप्स गिवन? तो अगेन यूआई रिलेटेड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सरसाइजेस है विच इज लाइक टास्क फ्लो इज देयर, इंफॉर्मेशन आर्किटेक्चर इज देयर, कार्ड सॉर्टिंग इज देयर। तो ये सब एक्सरसाइज में ना शेप्स प्लेज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट। तो जैसे अगर आप रेक्टेंगल लेते हो कहीं पे, सो इसको ऊपर रेक्टेंगल लेते हैं, तो रेक्टेंगल प्लेज इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट एज इन अगर आप जब भी रेक्टेंगल यूएक्स में डालोगे तो दैट मीन्स दिस इज अ एक्शन बार। तो इसका एक इम्पॉर्टेंस है यूएक्स में। सेम वे सर्कल शेप का इम्पोर्टेंस है, सेम वे डायमंड शेप का इम्पोर्टेंस है। सो दिस थ्री शेप्स रियली प्लेज इम्पोर्टेंट, really has an importance in UX. तो इसलिए this is a really good thing for us. Okay, तो आप जब वो भी exercises करोगे तो you're gonna use Figma board for that. So आप और भी shapes है, इसका color भी आप change कर सकते हो. You get the flow chart shapes also. You get flow chart, the mind map also over here. तो ये ट्री डायग्राम वगैरह है, इसमें आप एडिट कर सकते हो, ऐड कर सकते हो टेक्स्ट, राइट? तो इट्स इजी टू अंडरस्टैंड. देन यू गेट द टेक्स्ट पार्ट. ओके, ये जस्ट नॉर्मल टेक्स्ट है, इसमें अगेन आप एडिट कर सकते हो जो भी आपको करना है. Then you get the section part. So let's say you have this entire thing, you're doing it for case study 1. Okay, so let's rename it as case study 1. Whatever is the XYZ name of your case study, and all this information is for the case study 1. So this particular thing, this particular information is for your user research. Okay, और आपकी और एक यहाँ पे आपने कुछ तो ब्रेनस्टॉर्म किया है, कुछ आइडियाज आपने लिखी है वगैरह वगैरह. तो ये सब चीजें आपके दूसरे एक्सरसाइज के लिए है. तो यू कैन सेक्शन आउट दैट फॉर द बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि भाई ये जो इंफॉर्मेशन है दिस इज ओनली फॉर यूजर रिसर्च. सो मैं इस सेक्शन को नाम दे सकती हूँ, आई कैन ग्रुप इट. सो सेक्शन इज ऑल अबाउट लाइक ग्रुपिंग इंफॉर्मेशन ऑल टुगेदर. You can also move it around once they are grouped. Okay, then we have table option also. So a rarely used feature, again tables तो ज़्यादा काम में नहीं आते, but again a rarely used feature, but that is something they have given. And we have stamps. Again we do not use stamps for anything. अभी stars और ये सब चीज़ों का क्या ही करोगे आप. So let's get to the most important part, which is understanding this particular feature or tool, which is talking about all the templates, which has widgets, which has plugins in, right? तो आपको अगर templates चाहिए रहेंगे, so let's say I search for persona template. तो आप just search करो, they have a template, a very sorted template as per the UX part. तो आपको बस आप जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन कलेक्ट करते हो, यू जस्ट हैव टू फिल इट इन दिस. तो यहाँ पे सब कुछ बहुत सॉर्टेड रहता है. एंड दिस वे आपका एनालिसिस बहुत अच्छे से हो जाता है. देन नेक्स्ट थिंग इज यू कैन चेक आउट फॉर प्लगइन्स. तो प्लगइन्स एज इन आपको अगर आइकन्स चाहिए, ठीक है, तो आप आइकोनिफाई प्लगइन सर्च करो, ठीक है. यू कैन रन दिस प्लगइन. So when you run it, so you over here you see the option to run it. So when you run it, you can just search. Let's say you got a home icon. So you get so many options in this, right? तो अगेन इसके लिए भी कुछ कुछ चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट रहती है. आइकन्स आप कंसिस्टेंसी लाते हैं, राइट? इन द लास्ट सेशन वी अंडरस्टूड अबाउट हाउ यू कैन क्रिएट कंसिस्टेंसी बाय आइकन्स एंड ऑल. तो उस वे में आप आइकन सेलेक्ट कर सकते हो. यू जस्ट हैव टू ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप इट. That's it, you got it. Then again, n number of icons are there. You get search icon, you get hamburger icon, that means a burger icon. You get so many icons options. सेम वे आप कोई भी प्लगइन सर्च कर सकते हो. अगर आपको फोटोज चाहिए तो लेट्स से आई सर्च फॉर अनस्प्लैश प्लगइन. अनस्प्लैश प्लगइन है, यू रन दिस प्लगइन अगेन, and then whatever photos you want, let's say you want a meeting photo, you want to put it in your website. So again you get non copyrighted photos. You can use any photo out of this, any image out of this. So you just have to select this. Okay, all right, so this way you can use plugins. I'll give you the list of plugins anyways as soon as we'll progress with the Figma part. I'll give you the list of plugins which are important, like you'll be using in day to day, like daily when you'll be designing.
Excuse me, ma'am. Can you repeat this one picture? How to get this picture?
So, so there are two ways of getting a plugin. You can just click on this plus icon, and यहाँ पे आपको plugins का you get the plugins option over here. Okay.
Okay.
So you can search for Unsplash plugin. You can search for free pick plugin. So images generated by FreePic, you can get the story set plugin by FreePic. That means you're a graphic designer. I think you know this plugin, which is called as story set. यहाँ पे बहुत सारे you get a lot of illustrations over here. So you can get illustrations from story set plugin. You just have to go inside that, run it. Okay. Then you can search any kind of illustration. Let's say I want the login form illustration. So I'll just search for login. I get so many options. So whichever you like it, you can drag and drop it. Okay, you got it?
Yep.
Yes. Then if you want, yes.
This one, meeting image, that one.
Yes.
That one you put that
Image,
you
right?
meet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for image, search for Unsplash, run it. Get
Okay.
so many options, whatever you want. Right now I wanted technology, so I search for technology. Now I have a client in interior design, so I'm gonna go in interior section. Whatever image I like, photos I like, I'll just drag and drop it like this, and you get it. Any image you can use, right? So if you don't like anything in this, you can go to photos by FreePic. So you go to FreePic, photos by FreePic. Over here also you get the same options. Different options of photos. Lots of categories you can get: birthday, communication, couples, education, vast categories. So again, anything you can search, directly search. So
Yep.
this plays actually images and all, you'll need it more in the design file rather than in the FigJam file. Because over there you'll be designing the interface, right? तो वहाँ पे आपको yeah, sorry for my Hindi, but yeah. Okay, so this was all about the toolbar. That's it. No brainer thing over here. You can get templates from here also. You get another icon over here. You can just click on that and you will get so many templates option. So check out all the options you have. You're going to do user research and all. Check out how many templates they have. Okay. For a particular website, I'll be giving you the name of templates. So in that template, you can do your exercises. Then they have AI also in this. So it's called as AI beta. And this is mostly about creating a template. So the way you put prompt in the chat GPT, right? So in the same way, you can put prompt over here asking, let's say, I want a template for user persona on used car app, something like that. You click the generate and the AI will do its part. Okay, so you get the flow chart over here. So they have created a flow chart. All these things are editable. You can do anything inside this. You can edit it, you can add it and all. So you can use AI. Then, okay, then let's come to the most important part, which is about, comments. Now, comments is something like, let's suppose that you are working with your team members on the same file. So you can edit access to your team members, okay, and they can come and work on single file, like the same file that I'm working on right now. So as you guys have Figma, so let's do it quickly. I'll copy the link. So what you have to do is you get the share option. So if you want to give edit option, right? If I want to give you guys edit option, what I'll do is I'll move the file to my team. So you create a team. Okay, यहाँ पे in the home page menu, you get team option, team project. So let's get back over here. So you get the move file to the team. So once you move it, you can give can edit access. So right now I can only give you can view option. So okay, so I just have to copy the link. You can also add email address. If you know your team members' email address, you can send them on email. And let me paste it in the chat box. Okay. Yes. So you got the link. I want you to come, like all both of you come on this file. Yes. Can you open the file? Hello. I hope I'm audible to you.
Yes,
Excellent.
checking.
Okay. Okay. So, when you come on this file, you can see each other's cursors. So, you can see my cursor right now on the screen, right? So when you will come on this file, you will be able to see your own cursor and my cursor also. And if I would have given you edit option, so you can edit anything in this particular file. Okay, great. So I have someone anonymous. All right. Please open your account on Figma. So over here, I can see that I have someone. Okay. Now, right. So you can see your own cursor and my cursor as well. And this way you can work with your team. Again, comment option is for the same. So I can just tag you. If you're my team member, I get to tag you, okay? And then I can ask you to edit this and all particular stuff wherever the editing part is needed and all. So this can be done. And then last thing I would like to tell you is you get a very silly option, I would say, is that you can play a music when you're working on your file. So you get this option of music. You can set yourself timer also. And okay, this is just something very funny. I think nobody ever uses it, but you can play music. All right. If you have any doubts still here, like anything you didn't understand, you want me to repeat,
ये जो भी आपने मैम फाइल शेयर करा है,
हाँ.
तो ये
हम्म.
अभी सिर्फ ये मैं सिर्फ इसको देख सकता हूँ या फिर
यस.
एडिट भी कर सकता हूँ मैं?
नहीं, आप एडिट नहीं कर सकते हो क्योंकि मैंने आपको एक्सेस नहीं दिया है.
अच्छा, आपने सिर्फ व्यू
जस्ट
वाला वो
कैन
कर?
व्यू ऑप्शन. यस.
ओके।
यस.
ठीक है।
और
सेकंड, अच्छा जब हम कोई प्रोजेक्ट बनाएंगे तो इसमें वो साइजेस वगैरह भी मैं बताओगे ना, जैसे मोबाइल के लिए वेब, मतलब ऐप के लिए क्या साइज रहेगा,
या
वेबसाइट के लिए मतलब ये
यस.
दोनों दोनों अलग अलग बनाने होते हैं? वेबसाइट का अलग बनेगा और ऐप का अलग डिजाइन करना होता है क्या?
Definitely, yes.
ओके। ओके।
In Figma, you get the option. We are going to move to the design file now. All these things are done in design file only. Figjam file में वो सब नहीं होता है. As I said, this is more towards the UX part. आप mood board बनाओ इस पे. आप brainstorming करो इस पे. Figjam में.
ओके।
So if you go back over here, you get the option of design file. So let's go and open this file. So this is where you get the option to create interfaces.
नहीं मैम,
Uh,
थोड़ा सा डिफरेंस बताओगे फिग जैम और
हाँ.
ये?
yeah. When we use Big Jam and when we use this
मतलब
Figma file.
अभी जो हमने फिग जैम सीखा है, मतलब वो किस पर्पस पे यूज होता है? क्या पर्पस क्या है मतलब फिग जैम का?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm repeating it again. You can use it for brainstorming session. You can use it for UX
हाँ।
exercises, right? जहाँ पे
ओके।
आपको डाटा कलेक्शन चाहिए, जहाँ पे
हाँ।
अभी आप जैसे प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट लाओगे, तो आप डॉक्यूमेंट कहाँ पे करोगे, राइट? आपको यूजुअल थिंग पता है, लाइक डॉक फाइल बना सकते हो, पीडीएफ बना सकते हो, वहां पे डॉक्यूमेंट कर सकते हो. बट व्हाई नॉट डॉक्यूमेंट इट इन फिगजाम फाइल? व्हाई नॉट यूज फिगजाम फाइल फॉर दैट? You can create like you can put a text like this, put a problem statement over there. You can put it in sticky notes like this, your problem statement. और further on you'll be working on UX exercises, right? अभी जैसे अगर रिसर्च करोगे आप, रिसर्च
ओके।
का एनालिटिक्स लाओगे आप, where will you
हम्म।
document it? So for that you have Pixam file. So
ओके।
this template which you see in front of you, this is a UX exercise. तो ये template आपको you'll only get it in Pixam file. You won't get this template in design file. तो ये वाली फाइल में वो template नहीं मिलेगी.
ओके।
You have that in Pixam file, and यहाँ पे you fill out the informations and all that part. तो वो सब documentation यहाँ पे होगा.
ओके। ओके।
Okay.
तो
ठीक है।
लाइक आपके डाउट्स जो है ना वो सॉल्व हो जाएंगे जब आप ये फाइल समझोगे अभी। तो
हम्म
लेट्स
हम्म
गेट इनटू दिस पार्ट.
ओके
So let me tell you. So I'm going to give you a very from like जो beginner level का जो introduction होगा Figma का, I'm going to give you that. So
ओके
this file is called as design file. Okay. यहाँ पे लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो कॉर्नर है, दिस कॉर्नर इज कॉल्ड एज layers panel. So this panel, this side is called as layers panel. जैसे आप फोटोशॉप में वगैरह आपका राइट हैंड साइड में यहाँ पे लेयर्स आ जाती है ना, same thing you get it over here on the left hand side. Whatever layers, whatever element you will be designing in this canvas, it will be all be given in over on this side. And this part is going to be about the properties panel. तो यहाँ पे आप कलर चेंज करो, आप हाइट एंड विड्थ चेंज करो, आप जो भी चेंजेस चाहिए, जो भी करना हो वो एलिमेंट में, you will do it in properties panel.
ओके
So, and over here at the bottom, you get to see the toolbar. So this is how much the toolbar is. It's very sorted. It's very easy. First option you see in the toolbar is the frames. So आप जो बोल रहे थे ना कि आपको फ्रेम, मोबाइल फ्रेम कैसे लेते हैं, डेस्कटॉप या फ्रेम, टैबलेट फ्रेम, हाउ विल यू गेट इट? So once, like if you just click on the frame part, you will get immediately you'll get option in the properties panel. What frame are you working on? Like if I want to go with mobile frame, let's say I'm right now working on an application. So I'll create a mobile frame. तो अब देखो, दिस इज अ स्टैंडर्ड साइज ऑफ अ आईफोन फ्रेम. सो आप अगर इसका विड्थ देखोगे जी, यू गेट ऑल द आईफोन वेरिएंट्स, लाइक जितने भी आईफोन्स के अभी मॉडल्स निकले हैं, यू गेट ऑल दिस थिंग्स. एंड इफ यू आर वर्किंग फॉर एंड्रॉयड, देन यू गेट टू ऑप्शंस, एंड्रॉयड कॉम्पैक्ट एंड मीडियम. ओके.
ओके
एंड यहाँ पे जो साइजेस दिए गए हैं, these are standard sizes, so you will never manipulate the size. अभी यहाँ पे जो Android 13 है, that is width of 390 pixels to
92 844
844 pixels. So this is a standard height and width of iPhone 13. आप इसको ऐसे manipulate कभी नहीं करोगे, ठीक है?
ओके
ऐसा आप increase या decrease नहीं करोगे. You will keep it like that.
ओके
एंड जैसे ही मैंने यहाँ पे इसमें फ्रेम लिया, यू कैन सी इन द लेयर्स पैनल दैट यू गेट अ फ्रेम. तो फ्रेम हैज अ आइकन of a hashtag. So whenever you see a hashtag icon, you understand that this is a frame, right?
ओके
So you get the frame option over here. Then you see you get all the tools like shapes and all. You get the rectangle. It also has a shortcut of R, L for line, O for ellipse and all.
ठीक है
So I draw a rectangle and I draw a rectangle. Okay. So I think if you want to duplicate a rectangle on Figma, you press Command D or else Control D to duplicate it. You do not press Control C and Control V. उससे भी होता है, but Control D is a very good option in Figma. I'll tell you why. So let's say I create a line like this with some angle, okay, and I put a Control D to this, and the line is created. Now I give a little bit of direction to this. Okay.
ओके
And now I keep on pressing Control D, Control D, Control D, Control D like this. So you can see
ओके
it happens in the same rotating panel, rotating size. So ये Control C and Control V में नहीं होता है, ये Control D में ही होता है बस, ठीक है? So that is why
ओके ओके
same thing, like if I take a rectangle, okay, like this, and I am duplicating a rectangle with in between size of 13. So again I duplicate it, sorry, duplicate it with the size of 13. So now if I just keep on pressing Control D, Control D, Control D, तो 13 का space है ना वो maintained आ जाता है,
मेंटेन
maintained
रहेगा
आ
सेम
जाता है,
साइज
Okay.
space is maintained. So that's why we usually press Control D.
ठीक है
Okay.
So now layers, it's very important to understand layers. Okay, so if some element is in the layer and something is outside the layer, okay, so you get to see the difference between this. Now you understand rectangle 1 and rectangle 2 is in the frame. So in the design you can see that these rectangles are in the frame and you
Okay.
understand it by checking out the layers panel that those are inside the frame. So you can see it's inside. But
Hmm.
rectangle 3, which is outside the frame, you can see in the layers panel how perfectly it is outside the frame. Okay. तो इस वे में अगर मैं इसको मिनिमाइज भी कर देती हूँ, तो you get to see what all elements are inside the frame. Now let's say if I had this rectangle and I put it outside, ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे तो आपको दिखाई दे रहा है कि ये rectangle 1 जो है, this is looking that it is inside the frame, but layer panel में तो दिख रहा है it is outside. So how things work? So now if I just move the frame like this, now you get the difference. Like now you understand कि okay, it is placed outside, that is why it is not moving along with it, right? तो आप जब
Right.
बड़े बड़े डिजाइन्स करते हो, बहुत मतलब बहुत सारा डिजाइन्स करते हो, तब आपको ये चीज थोड़ी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड लग सकती है. समटाइम्स सम एलिमेंट्स आर बाय मिस्टेक आउटसाइड ऑफ योर फ्रेम, सो यू डू नॉट हैव टू डू दैट. तो ये ऐसा इनसाइड ड्रैग, अब अगर आप ड्रैग करोगे तो अंदर आ जाता है, इट गेट्स
Okay.
इनसाइड, राइट? सो दिस वाज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट अबाउट द frame stuff. Now in the Okay, now let's understand the properties panel. So when I select the element, you get to see so many options over here now. You can see the dimensions of the rectangle over here. You get the layout option. You can see the appearance. Appearance as in this has 100% opacity. Corner radiuses. Now what is corner radiuses? Sorry. So if I
Edges
give
होते हैं.
if I give 10 pixels as a corner radius, now you can see
Hmm.
the corners are no more edgy, it has radius to it, right? आप 20 भी दे सकते हो, आप ऐसा भी कर सकते हो, right? तो more you give, the more curvy it gets. आप independent corner radius भी दे सकते हो, so you get a very short like little option over here of individual corners. So आपको यहाँ पे फिर 4 sides मिलते हैं. Let's say I don't want corner radius on top sides, only on the bottom sides. So this way you can make corner radiuses individually, you can give. And opacity. Opacity is like more about the transparency. So if I give 30 opacity, तो ये transparent हो जाएगा. अभी let me change the background color of this frame. Okay, so when we have 100% opacity, it is solid color, right? When we give 20% opacity, it is transparent. So if you have element inside this, like behind this send back, if I have anything behind this of a darker color, so you can see it's been transparent, right? You can see through this. But if I give 100% opacity, it's solid. You cannot see what elements are behind this. तो ये opacity का होता है. Then we have fill color. So you can change the fill color. Right now you just have to select the element. You will go over here in this. तो यहाँ पे आपको box पे click करना होता है. You can change the color, whatever color you like. You can give that color. Okay. And यहाँ पे you have something called as hex code. So can anyone tell me what do you understand by hex code?
I think ये तो कलर कोड ही होता है इसको.
Color code, yeah.
कलर कोड होता है, यस. बट आपको पता है ये क्यों दिया जाता है? व्हाट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ हेक्स कोड?
इसको तो नहीं पता नहीं, पर हाँ उसका पता है, जैसे RGB हो गया, CMYK हो गया. तो
Okay, so you have primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors, right? You have the color wheel. तो
yeah.
प्राइमरी कलर्स कौन से? RGB, रेड, ग्रीन,
Green,
ब्लू.
blue, yeah.
Yes, these three are primary colors. तो इनको कलर्स बोला जाता है, और इनको एक परसेंटेज में मिक्स करने के बाद यू गेट द शेड्स ऑफ कलर. तो अभी जैसे ब्लू कलर है, ब्लू हैज n नंबर ऑफ शेड्स, राइट? आप ये अगर बस ये अगर इधर ऐसा घुमाओगे, तो
हम्म.
गोइंग टू गेट सो मेनी शेड्स. अगेन ये वाले लाइन पे भी आप घुमाओगे तो ब्लू के ही बहुत सारे शेड्स आपको मिलेंगे. यू गेट सो मेनी. तो physically it is not possible to name each and every shade of a color. ठीक है, जो प्राइमरी सेकेंडरी टर्शरी कलर्स होते हैं उनको कलर्स कहा जाता है, एंड उनको मिक्स करने के बाद जो मिलता है दैट दोज आर कॉल्ड एज शेड. तो white and black is also a shade. Those are not colors. Those are usually called as shades. ठीक है, तो इतने सारे हैं. तो you get this color wheel, right? There are so many shades of blue, so many shades of red and pink and all. तो physically it is not possible. तो better way to understand this in a more of a digital term. तो उस सबको एक कलर कोड दिया गया है, that is called as hex code, and the hex code is always a 6-digit number. Okay, तो अगर आपको लगता है you want to have the Facebook logo का blue color, okay, so I'll just search for a Facebook icon. So I have this, or else I have this. Okay, इनको बड़ा करते हैं. तो ये दो कलर्स है. नाउ लेट्स सपोज आई वांट टू हैव दिस शेड ऑफ ब्लू, राइट? सो अभी यू विल नेवर फाइंड दैट परफेक्ट शेड ऑफ ब्लू, राइट? आप कितना भी कोशिश करो आपको कभी वो परफेक्ट नहीं मिलेगा. तो इसके लिए हेक्स कोड है. इफ यू गो ऑन दिस you get the code, 6-digit code of that blue color. So you can copy this code, come to your element, paste it over here. Now you see you get the same color, right? या फिर इसका अलग वे भी है करना. It's like you go to the option, you select your element, you go to the option, you get this color picker thing. तो आपको ये symbol दिख रहा है, you pick this, then you go to that particular color that you want. So you can see यहाँ पे hex code भी आ गया है उस color का. So you select that, and then this is another way of getting the exact same color. Okay, so इसलिए hex codes plays really important role. आपको अगर अगेन ब्लड रेड कलर चाहिए तो आप गूगल पे जाओ, आप बोलो कि यू राइट द hex code for blood red color, you'll get that code, paste it in Figma file, you'll get that particular color. तो दिस इज द फिल थिंग ओवर हियर. तो अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि आपको फिल नहीं चाहिए, यू कैन हाइड इट लाइक दिस, यू कैन अनहाइड इट. अगर आपको फिल रिमूव कर देना है इसका, okay, you can just remove it. If you just click on this dash thing, you can remove the fill. So the element will be there, but you won't be able to find it because you have given no fill to it. And if you want to add the fill again, you just click on the plus icon and it says add fill again. Then you can change the color of this and all things you can do. Okay, then moreover in the fill only you get more options again. तो हेक्स कोड वगैरह तो आप समझ गए हो. अगेन दिस इज 100% जहाँ पे भी लिखा होता है ना, दैट इज अबाउट ओपेसिटी. आप चेंज कर सकते हो ओपेसिटी यहाँ से फिर से. ठीक है, then in this fill thing you get more options of gradient, image and video. So gradients you get when you click on gradient. So this is always a solid color at first. When you click on gradient you get options. How do you want it? Gradients means more than 2 colors, right? So यहाँ पे gradient है. So let's say I give some gradient of blue and a mixture of maybe green to it. So you can see a very good color combination has appeared, right? You can add a gradient to this. So if you hover on this, you get to add colors in between. So आपको लगता है कि नहीं बीच में दूसरा color चाहिए, आप दूसरा color दे दो like this, right? आपको लगता है कि ये change करना चाहिए, you can change it like this. This features are mostly used in buttons. जब आप when you design a button, so sorry, at that time gradients are used in the design. So gradients can be changed. You can make this as radial. So radial means a circular pattern में जो है आप इसको elongate कर सकते हो in this manner, right? If you make it angular, that means angle is created. Again आप उसका angle change कर सकते हो. It's mostly ellipse and a circle. You can change this, drag it like this. And colors, you get the freedom to change color. So you just have to click on this. You can change any color. And last one is diamond. So you get the diamond shape like this. Most importantly, regularly used gradient is the linear gradient that you get. Others are rarely used, but yeah, you can explore stuff over here. So if you want to have image, now you have a certain image in your folder, okay, in your computer, you can go to file, you can like place an image from here, okay. Otherwise, if you want to place image in a particular option, let's say I draw a circle like this, and I want to place image in the circle only. So how will I do it? What will I do? I'll go to fill option again, and I can see there is a image option. So I'll go to image, upload from my computer, take any sort of image. So I take this one, put it. Okay. So this is how you can put a image in a particular circle. If I change it, the image, I gave the overall image. Chicken. So this is how you give images in the particular shape. Shapes, if you talk about shapes, you get more options, like you can draw a polygon. So polygon is what? Can anyone tell me what do you understand by polygon?
Polygon have five sides.
Yes?
Five sides of polygon has five sides. Like
Polygon has 5 sides.
five sides. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you understand by pentagon then?
Very-
So pentagon has 5 sides. Polygon
Yeah,
is any shape which has more than 3 sides. So rectangle is a polygon, right? This is a rectangle, right angle triangle. This has 3 sides. That means it's a polygon. So if so, initially you get the polygon option starts with obviously rectangle. You can increase if you say you make it 5 over here. So you get the count option. You'll only get it in polygon. You can make it count. So this is a pentagon, okay? And this way you can create more. You can create let's say octagon like this, okay. And you get more option of create a star. Rarely used features again. You have star also. You can increase the count of stars, can make it 20. Change the color of this, can make it yellow, okay. So all these options you get it over here. You get the image option over here also, so you can place an image from this option also. And then you get random things like you can draw a line, you can draw an arrow, and then you get the pen option. So if you want to create a wavy shape, जो आप illustrator में usually you guys use it, right? So you get the pen, you are very familiar with this tool, right? So you get
yeah.
same tool over here also, pen. You can create wavy shapes and all with the help of pen. And pencil. So you can draw anything by pencil. Okay, so let me just delete all this and this also. Okay, now let's come to the text part. So you get the option, you put it over here, you say hello, normal text, hello, good morning, right? So this is the text that you have. Now when you select a text, you can change all the fonts of the text. You get so many fonts, right? Let's say you go with the Montserrat font, and then you change the line weight of this, regular, bold, medium, extra bold, however you want it. You increase the size of the text, right? So you can do all that part. If you want to have letter spacing, you can increase letter spacing, right? You can do that. More importantly, you can again change the alignment. Again, these are very basic stuff that you can do. But in Figma, you get more option. If you press on the typesetting option right at this corner, you see it, settings option. Go over here. You get more options, like if you want the text to be underlined, strike through, everything in capital, everything normal, everything in small letter word, lowercase, title case if you wanted. All these things you can do in this. And then vertical trim. Now, what vertical trim is, I'll tell you that in much more details in when we'll learn about typography. So you'll learn about why vertical trim is important. Anyways, you can bullet list it, number it, all those extra options you can get it over here. Okay, and again, text ka color bhi you can change it from the fill option again. Okay, so all these options you can get, you can try it out creating a text. Then you get the text, you get the comment option. Same comment is majorly used for team members when you work on team. Then you get a very interesting option of actions. When you go to this option, you get asset panel. Now, asset panel is something that you'll be needing in components. Okay, so we have one dedicated lecture for components and auto layout. In that, I will be telling you what assets are, how to use the asset panel. Initially, you can check out the asset panel. You can go over here also, you get another option. File, besides file, you get assets, right? So you can check out the material design kits. You can check out the avatars, buttons. What all buttons do they have? You get the setting button, you get the label button. All those things they have already created for you. So they have material kits, they have avatars. If you want to use avatars, you can use it. So check out all the free stuff you can get it from Figma, which you want to use for your design. They have it for you. Switch may you get toggle switch. Okay. But more importantly, assets are used for components that we'll be learning. Then you have plugins. So aapko when you'll need when you are on design file, how to get a plugin. So you get to actions, you go to plugins and widgets. And over here you can search for Iconify plugin. You run the plugin, you get this option. So recently I searched for Facebook, so I get the Facebook option. And there is a once you run a plugin, you do not always have to go to this option. You can just right click it and you'll get the option of plugins. So whatever plugins you have, you can check it from here. Okay, so you get the shortcut for that. Then widgets also you get if you ever need a widget. I think rarely you need a widget, but okay, you can use it from here. So majorly use it for plugin. Then you get an option which is dev mode. It's a professional version. So if you have an upgraded version of Figma, these are mostly for a developer, not for a designer. They get all the coding part. Let's say they want to code this header part, right? So they'll get the code in the properties panel. So it's mostly majorly used for developer. We do not need it. Yes, if you have any doubts, you can ask till here. Now, again, you get more options in the design file is about alignments. Alignments do have a shortcut. Okay, so if you want to align these rectangles perfectly with the same spacing between them, so at the very top section you get the alignment in the properties panel. So let's say I want to align them to the middle, not like this, horizontally middle, vertically middle, so middle aligned, and I want to distribute same spacing. Now let's say I go to the more options and I say distribute horizontal spacing. So this is done. Now you can see the spacing 27, 27. You can decrease it, increase it like this. In over here also you get the spacing option. You can change it from here also. Alignment is very important because it's like a quick thing you can do, right? When you're designing a lot of stuff, you don't have to do it manually. Keep on doing manually. Now let's say very interesting part about this is sorry, I have a rectangle and I say, let's say I write a download button on this. So as a beginner, what I'll do is I'll just drag this and try to find out where the middle part is and try to put it like this, right? But if I'm an advanced level designer, I'll select both the elements, I'll quickly align it to the center, quickly align it to the center. And it reduces your time, right? So this way you can check out the alignment. Again, a very interesting thing that they have. Then we get more options, like at the very bottom, you get few options that you can add stroke. You know how to add a stroke, what stroke is, right? So you get stroke option. Again, you change the color of stroke, anything you want. You can increase the line weight of stroke like this. Now it is increasing in the from the middle, like it's going inside, right? So I can change it. I get the option over here. I can make it outside. So now it's increasing outside. I can make it center also. So you can check it like this, right? And you get independent stroke also. So if you want a stroke just on the top side, you can do it. Just on the left side, you can do it like this. So this was all about stroke. That's it, I guess. Let me give it to all the sides. Okay, I make a corner radius of 20. This looks good. Then I get more options of effects. Now, effects is something that you're going to use it very often. You want a shadow effect. So you can see we have shadow to this rectangle. I'll change the color of this rectangle. You can see the shadow, right? Now you can manipulate the shadow also. It's only on the y-axis. You can give it on the x-axis also. So it's more towards this. Now you see the shadow is very vibrant. I want it to be more blur. So I can increase the blurriness of the shadow like this. And again, you can also change the color of shadow, but right now I don't think so it's needed. Again, percentage, opacity. So whenever you see percentage, you see the opacity. The opacity like this. And how much you want to spread the shadow. You want to spread it 10 pixels, so it's more larger. I'll keep it to 0 only. This looks prominent, right? So effects you get at the very bottom, you just click on the plus icon, you get the shadow effect. You can change it to inner shadow. Same thing, it's just the shadow is inside. Then you get the effect to this, you get the layer blur effect. So you can see when you give layer blur effect, the layer is blurred, right? You can increase the blurry effect like this, however you like it. Okay, depend on your design to design. And then you give one more stuff, which is you get one more option of background blur. Now let's say I have given this particular rectangle a effect of background blur, but I do not see a background. Can anyone tell me what do I have to do to to see the background? What settings or change I will have to make in order to see the background? How will I do it? Yes, guys, it's important to keep your cameras on. That would be helpful. I'll be able to see how attentive you guys are. So yeah, tell me, how will you give the background blur effect? क्या सेटिंग करनी पड़ेगी?
तो ये जो ब्लू वाला जो आपने ब्लर दिया इसी के लिए कह रहे हो क्या? ये ब्लर इफेक्ट?
नहीं, हाँ, सो ये जो रेक्टेंगल मैंने लिया है,
हम्म।
इसको आप देख रहे हो इफेक्ट है एक, जो कि है बैकग्राउंड ब्लर। ये और ये जो है, दिस इज लेयर ब्लर। तो लेयर को ब्लर कर रहा है, इसको जो दिया है दैट इज बैकग्राउंड ब्लर। सो आई विल टेल यू। सो अगर आपको बैकग्राउंड देखना है, तो आपको इसको सॉलिड तो नहीं रखना पड़ेगा। यू विल हैव टू चेंज इट, राइट? यू विल हैव टू चेंज द
ऑपेसिटी
ओपेसिटी।
कम करना।
यस, सो यू विल मेक इट 20। ओके, now I'll just remove the blur effect of this. So अभी background blur दिया है,
हम्म।
opacity यहाँ से नहीं बल्कि यहाँ से change करेंगे 20. So now if I increase the blurriness, सो यू कैन सी बैकग्राउंड में जो आपको दिख रहा है वो ब्लर हो रहा है,
ब्लर।
राइट? सो दिस इज डन बैकग्राउंड ब्लर, मतलब ऑब्वियसली बैकग्राउंड थिंग शुड लुक ब्लर, राइट? तो वो कब होगा? जब आप इसकी ओपेसिटी कम करोगे। तो ये
ओके।
3 इफेक्ट्स आपको मिलते हैं इसमें, inner shadow, drop shadow, layer blur and background blur. You get these 3 effects, right?
ठीक।
Okay, all right. Now, moreover, what you can do in this is, okay, I'll tell you that in next session, क्योंकि ये थोड़ा overload हो जाएगा नहीं तो मैं आपको styles के बारे में next session में आपको बताऊंगी, how to create styles. Which are styles are very important when you work on a certain design, certain project. तो उसके लिए styles बनानी पड़ती है, तो I'll tell you that in next session. यहाँ तक if you have any doubts, you can ask your doubts.
यहाँ पे तो ऐसा कोई डाउट्स नहीं, क्योंकि मतलब ऐसे
Practice करना पड़ेगा.
डिजाइनर तो ये तो बेसिक टूल्स हैं जो ऑलरेडी हमें आती हैं कि
Okay, what about Divya?
Yeah, yeah,
नहीं.
yeah. No doubts as of now. I can understand these tools.
Okay, I want you guys to check out the interface of Figma. I want you guys to understand the layers panel. Try out more stuff like, sorry. Let's take more frames. Like you can also go with the text of frame. See how the layer panel work. Try to design something in this. Draw a rectangle, draw a circle. Okay. Try to do this. Try to give a fill color or anything to it. Right. Try to give a corner radius. I want you guys to. Okay. First of all, take any frame. You take the MacBook frame. Draw 4 circles, sorry, 4 rectangles. Each shape, give different color to each shape. And I want you to try the effects. You get this 4 effects, right? I want you to try these effects. And most importantly, I want to see the background blur effect, which will be done by you. ठीक है? तो 4 effects try करो. Again, make another rectangles. Where I want you to try is the gradient part. Okay, so you get all these 4 options of gradients. Give at least minimum 4 colors. ठीक है? तो gradients करो. Try to give 4 colors to the gradients, different colors. Okay. उसके बाद अभी अलाइनमेंट एंड ऑल दैट पार्ट आई थिंक यूल हैव टू प्रैक्टिस इट. इसके लिए कुछ असाइनमेंट तो दी नहीं जा सकती है, तो यू कैन डू दैट, अपने आप ही ट्राई करो. उसके बाद आई वांट यू टू रीनेम ऑल द रेक्टेंगल्स. तो अगर ये रेक्टेंगल है, इसको रीनेम करो एनीथिंग. लेट्स से यू मेक इट साउंड लाइक square. Abhi just for example, okay? Or element 1, element 2, try to rename it. Try to give this frame rename. Let's say this is my um, landing page, right? Try to rename the frames. And moreover, I want you to try out text. Text though, try to make at least 4 different hierarchy of text. Try to change the typeface of a text. Try to give a line weight to them, okay? You can also try out, and then most importantly, I want you to try out plugins. Okay, 2 plugins आप run करो. I want you to run Iconify plugin. I want you to run Unsplash plugin and try to get icons from them and all. Okay, तो वो try out करो. Moreover, stroke. Also, I want you to try out strokes. I want you to understand how you can give independent stroke, change the line weight of a stroke. Okay. And for a starter, as of now, try out this much. In the next session, I'll be giving you a very detailed assignment of replicating screens. अभी दूंगी तो थोड़ा ये हो जाएगा, ओवरलोड हो जाएगा. So
Yes.
in the next session, I'll be giving you a very detailed assignment about what screens you have to replicate, what things you have to keep in mind while replication, what all tools that you have to use as in features and commands you have to use while replicating those screens. तो डिटेल असाइनमेंट नेक्स्ट सेशन में होगा. अभी के लिए जस्ट ट्राई आउट फिग्मा और फिगजाम ऑल्सो. आई वांट यू टू ट्राई आउट शेप्स इन फिगजाम, ट्राई टू चेक आउट टेम्पलेट्स कहाँ से लेते हैं एंड ऑल. So for now, this much.
ठीक है.
Okay, okay.
I think once you do that, you'll get a lot of doubts, right?
So, right.
Okay. All right. So shall I end in that?